Dwayne Johnson earns the highest paychecks in Hollywood, a global icon who transitioned from the wrestling ring to a massive business empire. Reaching this level of wealth creates a unique pressure to stop. When the survival instinct is no longer required to pay the bills, the natural human response is to settle into complacency. Most people at this height of fame lose their drive as the ego takes over, but Johnson maintains a grounded work ethic that seems disconnected from his bank account. This drive is an actively maintained psychological operating system. It functions through 3 distinct mechanisms designed to override the urge to coast. This system allows him to navigate high-level success while retaining the authentic edge that defined his early career. The first mechanism is inherited discipline, rooted in his father's 5 a.m. philosophy. At 5 years old, Johnson was dragged to the gym every morning. He didn't lift weights, he sat and watched his father train, absorbing an uncompromising mindset through pure proximity to the work. His father taught him a specific law: respect is never permanently owned. It is only rented, and the rent is due every single day. In his adult life, Johnson treats hard work as a mandatory daily practice. Past achievements are irrelevant because the rent resets at dawn. This mechanism prevents entitlement by forcing the mind to treat every morning as day one, regardless of how much has already been earned. The second mechanism is manufactured urgency, which stems from a financial crisis in his youth. At 14, he came home to find a final eviction notice on the door of their $180 a week apartment. He watched his mother cry as they were forced out. He looked to heroes like Muhammad Ali and professional wrestlers, men who used their physical bodies and labor to dictate their own destinies so they could never be displaced again. Today, he keeps that memory accessible. He tells himself he is still just 1 month away from being evicted, using the fear of his worst day as a psychological fuel source. By manually keeping that urgency alive, he generates a level of motivation that doesn't rely on the size of his next paycheck. The third mechanism is the labor of authenticity. This is the mental work of rejecting corporate expectations. Early in his career, he followed instructions to hide his personality and constantly smile. The fans saw the act was hollow, and 16,000 people began chanting "Rocky sucks" on live television. Johnson risked his career by asking management for 1 minute of live TV to speak as himself. When he stopped acting and started being authentic, he became the biggest draw in the history of the business. He carried this into his personal life, abandoning superficial markers of status. After a diamond-studded Rolex broke in the ring, he realized he didn't need bling to feel successful. He learned that the most difficult labor is the vulnerability required to find your true identity and reject the version of yourself that others want to see. When this 3-part system is functioning, it changes the reason for the work. The goal is no longer just accumulation. Johnson avoids flashy splurges in favor of grounding assets like real estate and pickup trucks. Property acts as a physical anchor for his family. This stability provides the capacity to be fully present for his children. Because he has secured his world through discipline, he can offer the verbal affection and presence he didn't receive from his own father. He uses his platform to teach his daughters the value of $1 and the importance of kindness, actively working to ensure they don't carry the baggage of his own childhood struggles. A hard work lifestyle is an internal anchor. It provides the clarity to remain grounded and the security to give others the joy and hope he once lacked.